Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I'm Ivan. This is Ethan, and today we're gonna be talking about the Super Bowl. What are your first thoughts?
I wanted the Seahawks to win just because I felt they were the better overall football team, offensively, defensively. And Sam Darnold isn't the best QB, but when their defense puts on a performance like that, does it really matter, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
And that's why the New England was just outplayed. They were outbested. That's exactly what happened. And I didn't care who would have won, but like I said, I really wanted Seattle to win just because I thought overall they were the better team, and they proved that.
Yeah, they all, like you said, even though Sam Darnold's not the best quarterback, I mean, you all have a role to play, and the Seattle Seahawks executed that perfectly. You could
the whole
see,
game,
yeah,
too.
exactly. They just were the better NFL team. They were just the better team overall. Drake May, I do feel bad for him. What do you call it? It's his second year though. You know what I mean? He could jump back. You know, second year, you got to the Super Bowl. Mad props.
Oh yeah,
That
of
is
course.
impressive
This
as
is
hell.
just the beginning for that.
Exactly, what do you call it? And it really goes to show like what a good rebuild can do, because they were only bad, I feel like, the New England Patriots for a few years, 3 or 4 years almost, and they're already right back. Like, that is a front office doing their job.
Yeah, that's in the offseason you got your free agents and you nailed the draft. And I will say that Will Campbell had a terrible game on the offensive line, but he's just 22 years old. He is going to get better, obviously.
It has a young talent, and it's what do you call it? They're going to be back for sure in the upcoming years, I feel like. That being said, I am also happy that the Seattle Seahawks were able to pull off the W. I was rooting for them, especially with Love on the field and whatnot.
Oh, yeah, of course. And, I'll say this, too. When you have teams that are kind of underdogs, like I didn't have Seattle and New England in the Super Bowl. Not at all this year.
I don't think anybody did.
We didn't have any dynasties in the Super Bowl. We didn't have the Chiefs. We had a fresh start.
Playoffs. Yeah, that was
Super Bowl 60. We had a fresh slate of teams, and I am just, like I said, I'm really happy with the outcome. The Seahawks dominated all game, and that's you know what, I even think they can do it next year. I think they can go
never
for a repeat.
took their foot off the gas. They just kept on executing well in the game. You can see New England, just their defense just wasn't as good as Seattle's. Like, at the end of the day, what do you call? They held up for a bit. I feel like they didn't have the worst outcome.
Yeah, their defense did play.
Exactly.
It's just
they were just the worst team. It's just, I mean,
Drake May had they couldn't get in rhythm. Their offensive line.
He couldn't get it going. He just couldn't get it going. And what do you call? And I think part of me, that's also why I leaned on Seattle winning, is just that when you got a second-year quarterback in the league, I don't care how good you are in the regular season, the postseason and the Super Bowl as a whole are beasts. And you know what I mean? Like, and he fell under pressure, but it's not his fault. I feel like if you're relying on a second-year quarterback, you have to understand that, like, your defense gonna have to show out, and like, errors are gonna be made. He's young. He'll learn from it, but it is what it is.
Oh yeah, of course. And like I said, I think they can repeat Seattle, and I also think New England can also come. They can make a comeback, and hey, we might even get the same Super Bowl next year. Who knows?
That would be cool to see.
See, that's the beauty with the NFL. All teams, they're going to make splashes one way or another, no matter what signings they make or draft picks they get.
Exactly.
And so, when free agency rolls around, you are going to see big names moved, and when the draft comes along, each team is going to have the opportunity to revamp and strengthen their team, and we're going to see that next year.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's it. But yeah, so thank you everybody for tuning into the episode. Hope to see you in the next one, and bye.